Before we begin, I want you to think about the biggest mistake you've ever made because you trusted the wrong person. Maybe it was a friend. Maybe it was someone you loved. Maybe it was a coworker. At first, sharing felt natural. You revealed your dreams, your fears, your plans, and your struggles. Then, one day, something changed. The same information you shared became the thing that hurt you. A weakness became a weapon. A dream became a target. A fear became a source of manipulation. This is why the Stoics believed wisdom is not only knowing what to say, it is also knowing what not to say. Today we'll explore 7 things you should never reveal about yourself. Never reveal your biggest goals too early. A young carpenter dreamed of building a successful company. Everywhere he went, he talked about it. Friends praised him. Family encouraged him. People admired his ambition. Years later, someone asked him a simple question. How many customers do you have? The answer was none. He had spent so much time talking about success that talking became a substitute for action. Many people do this. They announce their goals before they've earned them. They seek recognition before achievement. The Stoics understood that goals are like seeds. Seeds grow underground, silently, without applause, without attention. The moment you constantly expose your goals to others, you expose them to opinions, doubts, criticism, and distractions. Dream quietly. Work relentlessly. Reveal results, not intentions. Thomas Edison spent years experimenting before creating a practical light bulb. Imagine if he had announced every failed experiment to everyone around him. The noise alone might have stopped him. Instead, he focused on the work. And eventually the results spoke louder than any announcement ever could. Never reveal all your weaknesses. A woman started a new job and wanted to seem open and honest. She quickly told coworkers about her insecurities, her fear of public speaking, her lack of confidence, her anxiety during presentations. Everyone seemed supportive. At first, months later, promotion opportunities appeared. Competition increased. Suddenly, those same weaknesses became part of how people judged her. The lesson is not to become cold. The lesson is to become wise. Trust should be earned, not freely given. The Stoics believed emotional boundaries are a form of self-respect. Not everyone deserves access to your vulnerabilities. Imagine giving a stranger the keys to your home on the first day you meet them. Nobody would do that. Yet many people hand over emotional access just as quickly. Wise people open doors slowly. Never reveal your next move. There is an old saying, the lion never announces its attack. It simply acts. Many people destroy their momentum by revealing every plan. They tell everyone about their business idea, their career move, their personal transformation. Then come the opinions, the doubts, the warnings, the criticism. Soon their energy is spent explaining instead of executing. The Stoics understood that silence protects focus. Your next move does not need approval. It needs action. A young athlete wanted to compete professionally. One athlete spent his days posting about training, talking about training, explaining training. The second athlete trained quietly. Months later, only one stood on the podium. Success doesn't care about announcements. It cares about effort. Never reveal how much money you have. Money changes relationships. Sometimes in subtle ways, sometimes dramatically. The moment people know your financial situation, they begin treating you differently. Some become jealous. Some become dependent. Some begin comparing themselves to you. The Stoics viewed wealth as a tool, not an identity. The less attention attached to your money, the more peace you'll have. A man became wealthy through years of smart investments. At first, nobody knew. Life was simple. Then he began discussing his success openly. Friends started asking for loans. Relatives expected support. People treated him differently. His wealth increased, but his peace decreased. He learned an important lesson. Privacy is often more valuable than status. Never reveal your good deeds. One of the highest Stoic virtues is doing good without seeking recognition. Many people help others, then immediately tell everyone about it. But true virtue doesn't require an audience. A tree provides fruit. It doesn't demand applause. The sun provides light. It doesn't seek validation. The Stoics believed character matters more than recognition. A school teacher spent decades helping struggling students. Most people never knew. No awards. No publicity. No attention. Years later, former students returned to thank him. His impact was enormous. Not because he advertised his goodness, but because he lived it quietly. Never reveal every problem you face. Many people mistake talking about problems for solving problems. They repeat the same story over and over. The same frustration, the same complaint, the same pain. Months pass. Nothing changes. Stoicism teaches something different. Focus on solutions, not endless repetition. 2 men lost their jobs. The first spent months complaining, talking about unfairness, reliving the experience daily. The second spent that same time learning new skills, building connections, searching for opportunities. 1 year later, their lives looked completely different. Not because one suffered less, but because one acted more. Never reveal what hurts you most. This is perhaps the most important lesson. Every person has emotional wounds. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of abandonment, fear of judgment. The more openly these wounds are displayed, the easier they become to exploit. People can only push your buttons if they know where the buttons are. The Stoics trained themselves to become emotionally stronger. Not emotionless, stronger. A king once asked his advisor, "How do enemies gain power?" The advisor replied, "They discover where you bleed." The king never forgot those words. And neither should we. Because the moment someone controls your emotions, they begin controlling you. Freedom begins when your inner peace belongs to you, not to others. Remember these 7 things. 1. Never reveal your biggest goals too early. 2. Never reveal all your weaknesses. 3. Never reveal your next move. 4. Never reveal how much money you have. 5. Never reveal your good deeds. 6. Never reveal every problem you face. 7. Never reveal what hurts you most. In a world that encourages constant sharing, the Stoics taught something different. Protect your inner world. Protect your peace. Protect your focus. Because not everything valuable should be displayed. Some treasures become stronger when they remain hidden. And sometimes, silence is the highest form of strength.